Welcome everybody to a new segment on this channel I like to call John Sploosh, where we dive into any topic and it doesn't matter what it is because I decide that, and that's yeah. Yeah, it was supposed to be a pun, by the way. It wasn't supposed to be a fucking innuendo. But anyway, yeah, so this is something new, and you may have read the title, and well, yeah, I'm gonna be talking about something that the Big N has done, and it doesn't matter what I say. It's gonna get heated. So I brought along my assistant and good personal friend, Rob the Robot.
Hello, I am suffering here to talk. Disclaimer. We are going to talk about the Big N, so please don't cancel us for talking about a racial slur while the creator is white.
Oh, Rob, I didn't mean that. I meant the video game company Nintendo. What a wacky misunderstanding.
I know I was doing it on purpose because I have been doing nothing but standing on your shelf for years, you fucking privilege.
Alright then, I'm going to get on talking about...
Don't cut away, I'll hack your 7-subscriber ass YouTube channel and post political commentary.
So, Europe is kind of weird. I mean, we change box art for no reason, consoles, names. Why are you called Kirby's Adventure Wii? What are you trying to insinuate? That it's Kirby's Adventure on Wii? That doesn't make fucking sense. Sometimes the changes make sense, but most of the time it makes sense because of something very specific to one country in Europe. This is why I'm a big fan of games that just fully translate everything, which are thankfully becoming more prevalent. But the worst and most baffling change that we make consistently is the spine. I would know. But to me, this is the dumbest change because no one going into a store would even notice the spine. So why change it? And why make them so much shittier? And yes, I am a collector, because I'm a virgin or something. Haha, easy joke. But I want to convince you of this issue. This is like a real thing. This is fucking annoying. So we're gonna go over every worst offender of this terrible, heinous crime. So the boxes here actually look pretty epic with the colors while still being consistent. Huh. The problem is the cartridges themselves. So it's widely known that the N64 cartridges didn't have end labels, making ordering them a chore. However, here in Europe, not only was that an issue for us too, but it was an issue 2 Nintendo consoles in a row, because over here, the SNES also didn't have end labels. Seriously, America thinks they have it worse than us with no
healthcare.
So this is one I actually want to defend. Yes, the cases in spine are way chunkier, but in my opinion, the American ones are way too small, and it's hard for me to read anything the spines say from a distance. So this one's going to be subjective for most, but I just want to say, good job, PlayStation. I like these a whole lot better.
You piece of shit!
Why, PlayStation? Why? After I just praised you? Okay, I know some people are a fan of these uniform spines, but they just look so fucking jarring to me. Like, I look at the front of Jak 3's cover, and I think, yeah, I'm ready for the worst in the trilogy. But then I look at the spine and think, oh man, it's the worst in the trilogy. I also wanted to bring up the fact that this is the exact spine style that was actually carried over to some Assassin's Creed games and Rayman Legends. And I don't just mean the font. PlayStation has used that font for other spines in Europe, completely ruining them. No, I mean it's just the exact same format. If anyone asks why Ubisoft has gotten in trouble, it's most definitely because of this. The sexual assault, you know, whatever. Now, the problem here is the same one with Medieval and the Ratchet spine, which I briefly showed, but didn't go in depth about. Basically here, what a lot of spines do is take the background of the box art, slap it on the spine, and add white text with a generic font the company uses often, and ta-da! You have a shitty spine. And worst of all, it's inconsistent, which is at least a positive thing you can say about the PS2 spines. Also, player's choice. So, take what I said about the PS2 spines, combine them with the GameCube font, make it inconsistent, and you think this is funny? You think I laugh? Well, no, I did. You know, literally every other spine I've talked about so far, the change felt deliberate. Like, even though it's a bad change, I can still see that it was a actual change. It wasn't a mistake. It was something that they decided to do, even though it was a shit decision. But with this one, specifically, the only change that they made was just make the spine blue, which makes it look like just a mass misprint. Not even the whole spine, mind you. The Wii U logo isn't altered in any way to make the whole spine blue, so just a section of the spine is blue. I don't think I need to point out how that's fucking stupid, and I hate everything.
And that's my thing.
So these two I also wanted to defend. Yes, this is the second time I've gone against the title of the video. Shut up. Starting with the 3DS, now this is crazy, but they actually improved something about the spines instead of ruining something about the spines. So in 2017, Nintendo changed their logo to be white with a red background, definitely to coincide with the Switch's logo. But for some reason, they felt like they had to put their new logo on the spines of new 3DS games, and it looked awful, especially with a vast collection. However, in Europe, they didn't do this, and they kept the logo on the spine the way it was. They probably did this so that there was enough room for the triangle with the color that shows you which version of the game you bought in Europe, which, yeah, that's another weird change spine that Nintendo of Europe does consistently, and I don't really get it, but still. Oh, and the Switch spines aren't all caps and are centered, so that makes the spines better in Europe. Probably not the most in-depth explanation I could have given, but... Nintendo.
What in the fuck?
Now, I don't know how Nintendo of Europe did it, but they basically combined every terrible element which I just discussed into one spine. As in, it's just the Wii spines, except chunkier. And that's not even something that I criticized before. That's something that I like. Except I don't like it here because the text doesn't reflect its larger size. So it just looks so fucking awkward. If only there was one interactive moving picture studio that didn't change its interactive moving pictures box in PAL territories.
Hello, it is me, Phil Spencer.
Xbox?
I just wanted to tell you that Xbox doesn't change the game spines.
Wow, thank you, Phil Spencer. I'm so happy about this. I could burst into...
Psych, I'm actually Rob. I entered the editing realm and was actually here the whole time without you knowing. Now I will finally use your channel for liberal call-out posts. Ha 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 ha. What will you do to stop me?